How y'all doing? It's another episode of TRU7, and this is Devorjae. I'm Devorjae, I'd rather say, but I'm gonna talk about the Charleston church shooting and everything concerned with that, the truth of matter, and how it applies, and the messages and signals that are being presented and shown to the public. So that's the first thing you have to realize when it comes to these things. When it comes to anything put on the news, and I've already done a video talking about the media and the connections and the grid of the matrix, and how you really have to understand these things are picked, stories are picked and chose for what is nationally gets attention, what is put on the screen for those signals to be seen and to be interpreted, for the individual solely to come with how they perceive the situation and how they feel about it, after seeing material, how they feel about it, and what then they go on from there, as with everything. But keeping that in mind, I've done a video explaining all that stuff. I'm trying to stay on the subject of the Charleston church shooting and what's mainly being um, put across to the world. What, whether you should know, 90% of what's on the news is not real. It is fake. That's the best way I can say it. And I've done videos touching on that and explaining all that, not to get too far off. So, with having an understanding, just to the simple fact that these stories naturally have to be chosen. They are picked and chosen and put out what to be shown. Crimes happen every day, and I'm going to touch on that and how it's connecting to. Don't get it twisted with what I said by saying 90% of what you see on the news is fake. Don't get too caught on that. I'm not saying if you're looking at Fox 4 News or in any state looking at a local news station, and keep that in mind, local news stations, that things don't happen, crimes don't happen, no someone breaks in, shoots in. I'm not saying those aren't real. Those are real, but you have to come to the conscious fact and realize that those things are only real, only happening due to the more bigger things that are presented into the living of getting signals and watching and being swayed your whole life due to, from a materialistic standpoint, through what they feed you through the television. So when it gets to, like I said, those small, no, don't be ignorant to say, well, I'm not ignorant to say that's not real, that crimes don't happen. Yes, they do happen, but understand they're only happening because of a higher source. It's kind of like looking up and seeing this is happening on a big scale, and due to how they feel about it, and due to how they feel their living conditions and many things, crimes happen when they personally don't. It's on the sole purpose of the individual, only through what they've been fed or and taught, nurtured into, whether it be from family and outside influence, watching TV. All of that goes in the end with that goes into why they make the decision what they do, and that's point blank period. So onto that, connecting to the reasons why you do have smaller crimes like that, and because man, it's so simple. Honestly, it's very simple, but that's the understanding you need to get by it. But now, so to get back on the Charleston shooting and what it's representing and everything, um, there's a reason why it's a smaller Caucasian kid. There's a reason why there are older African American individuals. And the point, this is not even a race thing. It's not race at all. Nope, not even race. Race has a big issue to do with it because nothing's new under the sun. It's been forever, as I always speak about when speaking about truth and togetherness and unifiedness. I always speak about religion anyway, in saying having that's it's even bad just having that separation, already having the denominations. Like I said, the fact that you can say give a name. It's been going on forever. This separatism is only due to a feeling based reaction to how someone feels about a situation. You don't see churches where they're predominantly white or black. You don't see mixed churches, and there's so many reasons I could count down why, which I do in other videos. But solely, it is symbolism. And when I'm talking about, when I say it's not a race thing, if touching on the race factor, that's what I'm saying. Is it really doesn't matter about the race thing because it's been going on forever. So it's no point on singling that and focusing on that. That's part of the illusion, part of the magic to get you bent up and tied up, and that to feed into a anger or negative vibe to have more animosity towards something else. It's obviously that things are backwards, that the more melanated beings are not treated equally. That's seen and it's known by everybody, but not many are doing things that change, and only by, honestly, in my opinion, understanding all these things and doing this stuff, you bring the awareness and intention to masses so they can come together and realize that there's more going on into the reasons why are we even fighting each other. I mean, that's for me, of being with humility and humanitarian and all about human development. And the point is, it's on so many levels on the conscious mind control of what the message is trying to be displayed. And as I said, it's not solely on race. This is this is how the messages are fed. And then I'm gonna touch on, I hope if you're still looking at this video, I appreciate it. I'm gonna touch on events that are illusion and not real to get your mind to thinking ways, to get you believing, to increase lower energy vibrations within a mass conscious. And if you're on the same brainwave, you're not going higher with those negative frequencies in general. So 9/11, Sandy Hook, any major national, ISIS, all this stuff, any national thing that is put on screen and gets a nation's attention, but in general, it is out there like that. Like, it's solely picked for a reason, and to try to ease in more control of what they're wanting you to lay down to in general. They fed you messages that 9/11 was coming many times, in many instances, many people within their work, due to the universal conscious, whether it be consciously or subconsciously or unconsciously, it's a unified conscious that points to direction. Hey, this is going to happen. This is happening. We're letting you know. We're ushering this into you so you can know. And I hope y'all don't believe 9/11 was real. If y'all do, y'all need to study. Y'all need to open that third eye. And these things are not real. These are acts, books carried out within an agenda to get minds swayed away into thinking that something is going on. And yes, with the Charleston shooting, it is racism is going to be there. It's going to be. But as I said, this is not about that. This is about, as I said, they chose a younger white Caucasian kid for a reason to shoot many African American adults. That's the cover up to get the niche to raise that negative vibration and get the mindset automatically on race. But it's, in which it is, as I said, it is about that. But it's solely the underlying passage that they're trying to let you know and send the messages into your head. Now, for within the next couple of years, we do see big changes with how things are ran. It's the youth versus the elders versus the old. It's more about the youth versus the old. It's the if you know about waves and spirits that come, it's about the more newer generation, the newer live, the star seeds going against, like, letting them know, hey, we're tired of the traditional stuff. It's that's the magic in it. It's the covering of, black versus white. That's not supposed. This isn't fair. Like I was. That's purposely shown and given to people to uprise that feeling, because after you feel it, it's only up to you consciously to gather your logic and reason with it. Like, okay, what can I do to change it? And honestly, it's to let people know that it's solely trying to control your mind to get you to think negatively. Um, Look at the names used and everything. It goes into many occult knowledge and hidden things. Um, as I always say, the story really, to me, I always fit my opinion on social media, saying I don't believe that any person with a pistol should walk in any building with over 10 people, period. With over 10 people in general. I'm saying 10, I was 8, and the person with the pistol leave out alive. You don't need a gun to fight a gun. Believe me, I know. You, I say it's working together, and you've jumped that guy. You don't. You have courage. Rush them. I feel like there's no one. I don't feel like he had to. I mean, some people are dumb. They had the guts to walk in a building with many black people with a gun on them to feel like, yeah, I'm big and bad. Officers, a lot of people feel good with a gun on them, but if you don't really, if that doesn't, if you're not scared of it, you don't fear it, it's like you come up with a plan, you jump, I'll take that. That's my opinion on it, but that's far off from what's being told. They were saying, giving you the numbers with coming from numerology of how many died. They said 9, and 9 is a completion number. And as you know, this year is going to be a completion of a 800-year cycle that will end with the Pope coming over here, speaking words, and leading us into a whole new shift. I talked about that on other videos. Um, like I said, this is the youth versus the old. This is the new mindset overtaking the traditional Christianity thinking and coming with a whole new thing. And those are the messages given across. You can speak with Rahotep at 13 Sign Astrology. He goes in on it. He's probably got the most, because people know he knows what's going. He's connected with the unified conscious. He's intelligent and has all the knowledge of what's going on, just as many people do, and he is able to articulate and tell it to people what's going on. Over 6,000 people, like, instantly wanting to hear. So that's what it is in the instance, whether it be that like I said, I don't believe it's real. Whether it's real or not, whether it happened or not, it doesn't matter, because it's a reality to it. It's being put out, and it's within the reality, and it's there, whether it be real or not, which means everything I'm saying, everything Ron Hotep says, any metaphysicist or studier of life who preaches consciousness and open your eyes up to the illusion in front of you, anyone who preaches that stuff, I don't even want to say preach, anyone who teaches that stuff, knows what is going on, and it's whether it happened or it didn't happen, either or, it's a reality that everyone is aware of, and from that awareness, you draw your conclusions, what you think, and your conscious thought on it. Everyone is aware. Okay, I can't say everyone is aware of this. This is an example. Everyone is aware. Oh, everyone is aware that fire is hot, fire burns. So, mass conscious wise, man, I'm trying to give it the best so you can understand and get the understanding of this. The fact that everyone knows that fire can burn, that's a unified conscious thing, just as everybody knows that the Charleston shooting happened, but whether, if you can tell how the fire burns you and why it burns, and how where does the fire come from anyway, or comparing that to whether the Charleston shooting is real or it's fake, and how it didn't happen or it did happen and how it transpired. It doesn't matter. Comparing, if y'all understand that analogy, it doesn't matter. It's the fact that it is there and it is known. It's brought into the awareness of people. So whether it's fake or real, it's a reality to it, and it's happening, and only due to the conscious beings and their unified conscious. That's the thing. How they think sways where things go. So the more people feel more animosity, it's gonna eventually lead to revolutions and noticing of some kind. Because honestly, I'm gonna ask people, like, you can leave a comment in the box. At what point does they don't want anything to change? They try to scoot it under the rug. Racism. That's what I'm talking about. Scoot everything under the rug. Like, oh, it's okay. As many things are scooted under the rug. Like, and it's the fact that nothing is changing about, or people are doing things to change about through themselves and combined with other people who are in the same conscious mindset. Like, hey, this shit's fucked up. Let's try to do something to change about it. But it's gonna take a while for a unified country. And this is something that can do that because we see it in many communities of many things happening and pushing for, hey, this things need to change with all this stuff happening. And as I was saying, those things are all even happening on a minute level within your neighborhood or across the street because it's happening on a large scale too. And that's how unified consciousness works. And if you have people in those places doing carrying out their lives, how they're living, doing their bit only due to how they're thinking, that's how that's how it transpires. That's the magic of it. I think I touched on it pretty good, but if y'all want to hear more, even detailed information on this, of the truth of the matter and the signals and messages being sent through to us through these news events that are specifically picked and counted out, and how it's the reason why you hear so many different intakes and stories from different reporters, because they're just putting out signals, man. They're stations, and your antennas, you catch them, and they as well as some low, they come down. If you keep thinking it becomes your reality. So that's it. I'm gonna end this video. Go to 13 Signs of Astrology, Charleston, and he goes into more detail than I did about it. But he pretty much touched on the same things, and there are many other people who touch on it and say the same exact things. But yeah, guys, just all I can say is, know thyself, study thyself, and then start going outward with people with like minds that you would connect with, and you can come together and bring this stuff to major awareness to this point that it's locally known, to the fact that it's state known, and it has to start that way. States have to connect. Like, hey, we honestly, it's gonna happen in a couple years. We won't stand for it, and it's the future is bright. It's dark, but it's bright too, and that's TRU7H. Devorjae. Bye bye.